Good evening, all. As for number one,
parish context analysis.
No.
Yeah. Okay. A. Map current land conflicts in your region.
our country has 10 regions, and we just took 3 of them. The East region, we have land disputes. In the Northwest, we have farmer-grazier problems and inheritance problems. Then in the littoral, we have problems of land ownership, people encroaching into the lands of others. Question B.
B. Identify available parish community land.
In my parish, we have 3 portions of land, more than 2 hectares each, which we can use. In some other parishes, they have just parish land for parish activities, not for farming. C.
List traditional crops and farming practices.
We have cassava, cocoyam, corn, plantain, bananas, yams, granules, soya bean, sorghum in the north, and we practice generally, our people practice subsistence farming generally. And we do not use shifting cultivation or the other, but we use the same piece of land until it gets redundant and does not produce. Then we move or we use inputs.
D. Note major challenges like climate, markets, and social.
With climate change, last year we had problems of low harvest because of too much sun, which people did not prepare for. We always had 4 seasons, 2 rainy seasons and 2 dry seasons. Now with the long dry season, we did not have the second rainy season. So people were planning to plant more corn and other crops during that time, but they failed. So we had food shortages. And then the market is free for all. We generally do not have the spirit of cooperatives, which existed at a certain time. Even with coffee and cocoa, which we did not mention, which is also produced, everyone goes to the market to sell their own. Cooperative spirit is not, and that affects. And the rural areas are inaccessible, bad roads, and lack of means. Some places that have roads, vehicles go there once a week or twice, which makes taking out the products very difficult.
And 2, solution design using regenerative agriculture methodology. A. Design 1 hectare of regenerating agriculture demonstration plot out.
I'll hand the microphone to Father Cletus.
Yeah, in order to design this 1 hectare of agricultural plot, we came out with a formula when you have the formula, you'll be able to, this one is like the formula, you have like a map. When you have it in there, you can go now and do that, the practical, in the farm. So we divided it into two, the zone and the size. So we give the approximate sizes of whatever we want to do in this order. So now we have the zone, we have now the size. We begin with the first, we have up to 7 points. We have the first, which is a agroforestry strip, which we estimated it up to 15% approximately. Then after which we have an annual crop rotation, which is 40%, and which is 400 meters square of land that we need. And then we have a perennial beds or food forest zone. We use it, I put it at 10%, which constitutes 1,000 meters square. Then the next one, we have the composting and soil building area. And you look at it very well, we estimated it at the level of 5%, which constitutes 500 meters square. And we have livestock integration area, and we put it at 10%, which is 1,000 meters square, and water management zone. And our water management zone, we put it at the level of 10%, which of course is 1,000 meters square. And we have training and the demonstration area, which is 10% also, and which gives us 1,000 meters square. If you add all this, you give you 100% success, no failure. You have a wonderful harvest that year. Thank you.
And the 100% is 100% of the 1 hectare, showing that all the portions are well mapped out for usage.
B of 2. Select appropriate crops based on your regional knowledge and seasonal patterns.
We said the crops we will choose to use, we will choose leguminous and non-leguminous plants. And we will plant them using the crop rotation method, where we will move with them in order that when the leguminous plants fertilize the soil, because they have nitrogen fixing bacteria and nodules which conserve. After that year, we bring the non-leguminous plants there, which will eat up everything while the leguminous plants are where. So by moving that way, we'll always be having enough and good production.
Land, water harvesting, and soil regeneration futures.
Then we said some of the leguminous plants are beans, granules, soya bean. And non-leguminous that we can plant is corn, rice, cereal. Then for this question of
D of 2. Identify potential community partners.
The water.
Plan water harvesting and soil regeneration futures.
That is where we learned how to manage to regenerate land, to keep water by using the method we were taught, the moon method. And we came to realize, to understand that this moon method means that we make a space to conserve water so that water from rainfall does not waste, but stays on the land and sinks. So we thought of a method where if we are on a slope, we make the ridges all along the slope, no space for water passage, so that all the water that starts from on top of the hill, they are just gathered by the ridges, and there's no space to pass, so they sink. In that case, we raise the water table. Then the moon method, where we can also dig these places like Doctor told us, which is really labor intensive. Dig and let canalize the rainwater into them. When they get full, they also serve to make the water table available for the plants.
Identify potential community partners and resources.
The first partner in the community is the parish. We think that the parish has to provide the land where it will do the demonstration, and the finance committee will provide the means. Then the various action groups of the parish are going to be partners, and they will eventually have their contributions to make, because it will be a learning and demonstration process, so that when the parish succeeds, they will now carry the message to their farms, and then we will increase, because starting with 1 hectare, we can move to 2, and also collaborate with them on their farms, especially that most of our farmers always, when you bring a new project, they always tell you they don't have money. But when we do it and it works, and we help with the help of the knowledge and more knowledge that we are going to gain in this course, we'll be able to carry out the work well.
Level 3, implementation strategy.
In that level, we bow to the facilitator to help us manage that one, because we could not, with the knowledge, limited knowledge we have, draw a plan of action, 90 days and all that. Our knowledge was limited. So we thank you very much for listening.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cabo. DRC. DR Congo. Personne veut prendre le microphone?
Merci beaucoup pour la parole. La première question, analyse du contexte paroissial. A. Cartographier les conflits fonciers actuels dans votre région.
Pour la cartographie des conflits fonciers actuels dans notre région, ces conflits entre les personnes lors des successions des familles. Et nous avons aussi d'autres conflits entre le paysan et aussi la paroisse. Parce que nous avons les concessions qui sont parfois occupées par les paysans, ou celui qui est le donateur, son enfant vient réclamer encore la concession qui était déjà donnée.
Question B, identifier le terre disponible dans la paroisse ou la communauté.
Dans toutes nos paroisses, nous avons des concessions où la paroisse est implantée, et en dehors de la paroisse, et la concession où la paroisse est implantée, il y a d'autres concessions en dehors de la paroisse.
C'est lister les cultures traditionnelles et les pratiques agricoles.
Chez nous, on cultive par labour, parce que notre sol est fertile. Vous voyez que le Grand Congo, Partout, nous avons un climat favorable à l'agriculture parce que nous sommes sur l'équateur. Donc, quand il y a la saison sèche au nord, il y a la saison de pluie au sud, ainsi de suite et vice-versa. Grâce aux fleuves et aux affluents, nous avons un climat favorable toute l'année.
Notez les principaux défis climatiques, marchés et sociaux.
Vous savez que malgré que notre terre soit fertile, nous butons sur le problème de la guerre qui vient de durer plus de 30 ans. Nous avons la variation climatique qui perturbe le calendrier agricole traditionnel. Nous avons la fluctuation du marché. Et on a aussi des difficultés d'écoulement et de conservation des produits. De même, nous avons aussi des carences de routes et de dessertes agricoles.
Deuxième question, concernant la conception des solutions à l'aide de la méthodologie de l'agriculture générative. A. Concevoir l'aménagement d'une parcelle de démonstration d'un hectare en agriculture générative.
Là, nous avons pensé directement à un aménagement d'un champ pilote accessible par tous.
B. Sélectionner les cultures appropriées selon vos connaissances régionales et les saisons.
Pour nous, presque dans tout le Congo, nous consommons les haricots et nous consommons le maïs. Et pour la saison A, nous avions proposé en février l'agriculture des haricots. Et saison B, nous avons pensé en août la culture des maïs.
C. Planifier la collecte de l'eau et les techniques de génération des sols.
D'une façon générale, pour notre pays, nous sommes favorisés. Chez nous, nous n'avons pas besoin de systèmes d'irrigation parce que la nature nous est favorable. Pour ne pas utiliser les engrais chimiques, et d'ailleurs difficiles à avoir et onéreux, et qui contient des acides pour notre sol, les agriculteurs régénèrent notre sol avec des fumiers, produits de nos étables, compostières et nos poubelles.
Voilà. Question D. Identifier le partenaire communautaire et les ressources potentielles.
Pour les partenaires, nous avons pensé avoir d'abord les partenaires, les coopératives paysannes, le bureau diocésain de Caritas Développement et le ministère provincial du plan et de l'agriculture. Et aussi, nous devons avoir les entités territoriales décentralisées, souvent dans les chefferies. Et aussi, on doit avoir les organismes comme FAO, PAM et Agritera qui doivent nous aider à pouvoir améliorer nos semences.
Question 3, concernant la stratégie de mise en œuvre. A. Élaborer un plan d'action sur 90 jours basé sur la méthodologie de l'agriculture régénérative.
Pour nous, nous avons fait le plan de 3 mois, un projet de multiplication des semences. Pour ce projet, nous avons d'abord le ciblage du terrain et des limitations. Après cela, on doit faire l'aménagement du terrain pendant une semaine et la sélection des semences pendant 3 jours, la plantation de la première culture des haricots et le cerclage après 6 semaines et la mise en place des supports, ensuite la récolte suivie de l'abattage et la distribution des semences où on sélectionne les bénéficiaires.
Question B. Identifier le partie prenante clé et leur rôle.
Là, nous avons pensé déjà à la paroisse, nous avons pensé aux paysans bénéficiaires sans ménage, aux bailleurs de fonds FAO, PAM et Agritera, et pour ce que nous avons identifié pour les parties prenantes.
C'est planifier l'implication communautaire et les sessions de formation.
Pour les sessions de formation, nous avons pensé à la formation des cadres du projet et ensuite la formation des bénéficiaires. pour que dans leur projet, on puisse réaliser quelque chose qui doit avoir des suivis après le projet.
Voilà. Question D. Estimer les ressources de base nécessaires.
Ici, pour estimer les ressources nécessaires de base, nous avons 1 hectare où nous devons faire la location. Cette location peut coûter $200 la saison, où la semence peut être de 30 kg par hectare, où nous pouvons avoir 3 kg x 30 qui donne $90, et les outils aratoires à $100. Où nous devons acheter les machettes Houbé chez Pioche.
Voilà, merci. La RDC vous remercie pour votre attention.
Merci infiniment. Merci de nous avoir prêté l'oreille.
Éthiopien. On va prendre ça, hein? C'est très très important. Ça c'est.
We have no paper, unfortunately.
But you need microphone.
Good evening. The first question is parish context analysis. Map current land conflict in your region. Yeah, we have disputes between herders and farmers over grazing rights. We are bordering to South Sudan and Kenya. Even within Ethiopia, we have this problem. We have boundary conflicts between families. There is also a big issue of deforestation due to charcoal burning. And the modern conflict is land grabbing by elites or urban developers in the name of investment. Farmers are displaced, and they have become also daily workers on their own land because rich are taking their land for investment. Identify available parish community land. We have taken as a model Vicariate of Maki, from where Batasfaye has come. 2 hectares of land behind parish compound being used. Church schoolyard has open space. Nearby church owned farmland, and that's under utilization. List traditional crops and farming practices. We have crops like maize, beans, potato, sorghum, and sweet potatoes. We have practices like crop rotation, shifting cultivation, use of manure, intercropping, or mixed farming. Not major challenges. We have climate issue, irregular rains. In some places we have too much rain. For example, my region, southwest Ethiopia, too much rain. And southeast Ethiopia, too much drought. And there is also market problem, poor access to buyers because of road, and low prices. Farmers, even if they produce, if there is no road, it's very difficult to transport to cities. And sometimes we have a security issue. Social problem is youth migration to cities. Youth migration to cities. And land inheritance disputes, especially the Vicariate of Nakamte, Hosanna, which is overpopulated. I think from two. Okay. And the second question is solution design using regenerative agriculture. Okay, 1 hectare regenerative agriculture demonstration plot, intercropped zones. We have taken maize and beans, teff and talba قدم النبرة. من نبرة قدم talba. Yeah, teff. We have showed to doctor outside about teff, from which injera is prepared in Ethiopia. We have 3 border, for example, moringa and fruit trees for shade and food, avocado and mango. We have in 1 hectare land, we have livestock corner, like Vicariate of Mekki. They have this kind of experiences in Mekki, where Abatasfaye came. We have goats with movable pen for grazing rotation. A compost pit and seed nursery, and community training shed and beekeeping. Okay, crop selection based on season. We have dry season, rainy season, and year-round. In dry season, we have drought-tolerant plant, which we call it inset in Amharic, or false banana. I don't know whether you know it or not. If anybody has we're in Addis Ababa, if you're in big hotels, we have kocho with kitfo. Those who have seen Addis Ababa, you can find kocho, from which, from false banana, that kind of bread is prepared from kocho, from insect. That is very drought-tolerant plant. Rainy season, we have maize, we have beans, we have wheat, and teff. Year-round, vegetables in a small kitchen garden, like spinach, cabbage, even insect itself, and the false banana. Okay, water harvesting and soil regeneration, rainwater tanks and swales along contour lines, mulching and cover cropping to protect the land from erosion, composting from parish organic waste, especially in the Vicariate of Mekki. They have good exercise of this, and natural fertilizers, manure, and biochar. Identify community partners and resources. We have identified local use groups for labor, because they are energetic and can do something for labor and training. Diocesan agricultural offices. In every diocese in Ethiopia, we have agricultural offices, technical support, and we use also food security staff. Local elders we have selected because they can advise us on traditions. It's very important. NGO or government extension officers for input provision. Implementation strategy, we have been given with a 90-day action plan. Week 1 to 2, land clearing. And stakeholder meeting. Week 3 to 4, compost preparation. Water harvesting setup. Month 2, planting and mulching. Month 3, community workshops, training of use. Key stakeholders and roles. We have selected the parish priest as a leader, who is a spiritual leader, and to freely access the land, the parish priest is very important because the church has big plot of land. And youth group for labor and plot maintenance. Local elders for peace mediation and land wisdom. Agriculture extension officer for training and monitoring. Community engagement and training. we have prepared monthly farm and phase workshops. You know, farm and phase, how we can relate from scriptures, farm and phase workshop, field days to demonstrate techniques, youth-led farming clubs, Sunday sermons during our homily. We can link to stewardship messages. Okay. Estimate basic resources needed. One is tool. Tool is very important. Whose wheelbarrows, watering cans are necessary, seeds are necessary, and organic fertilizer, rain tanks and gutters, printed materials and training posters, and money, budget. Very important, without which we cannot move. Okay. Presentation roles and key messages. Team role assignment. Leader, lead presenter, technical coordinator, community engagement specialist, implementation manager, and timekeeper or coordinator. Okay, key messages to practice. Land is a sacred trust. We are stewards, not owners. Our parish will lead by example through a living farm. We are living farm. Regenerative agriculture is both healing and practical. We invite the whole community to walk this journey together. Amen.
Excuse me, Ethiopia, don't go. 1 more minute, we'll give you 1 more minute. We heard something about the bee farming. Can you say a little bit more about that?
The bee?
Yeah, the bee farming. Beekeeping.
I think
yeah, let him say something because he's involved in it.
Beekeeping is very important. No cost every time we harvest from the beekeeping. It's organic. We used to export from Ethiopia to international level for FAO. In each year we export this honey. And the other things also. Beekeeping is special and important for us. We got in the world, we are the first. In Africa, we are the first. The international level. We got the gold from FAO, World Food Organization Program. We used to go in each year to prepare, to explain our food and to cooperate our organic food project. We call it Slow Food Organization. We are in Ethiopia. Thank you.
Slow Food Organization.
Yeah.
And the diocese with the...
In 5 dioceses.
Okay. 5 dioceses have
and
joined.
7 groups we have.
5 dioceses having 7 groups. Yeah. And they have done beekeeping to the level that the honey that you produce is #1 in the world.
#1, yes.
#1.
#1. And insect also, the false banana is organic.
Organic?
Yeah.
#1 in the world. And then you have gold medal.
Yeah, yes.
And then you have the certificate.
Yes, we have.
And it means the cost of your honey.
But we are in quantity. We are the first in quantity.
So you are first not only in quality. Yeah. So you are first in quality and
only in
quantity.
Quality. Sorry.
Oh, you are first in quality.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are not in the quantity.
Not in quantity, but in quality, which is the most important.
Yeah.
And you have the certificate for it.
Yeah.
And it means 1 gram or 1,000 grams will cost
1 kilo. It costs $20.
$20.
Yeah.
And here in Kenya, ours will cost less than may not be up to $5. it means your honey is really, it means if we work hard here, we can reach a level.
We can share the experience. Yeah, natural, organic, and natural.
Good. Thank you very much. Let's clap for Ethiopia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cabo. So, Secretary. Now we go to Kenya. Kenya and Tanzania together. So what we are picking up, gentlemen, is that we can meet others and then learn more, especially this beekeeping. And he said it costs nothing. You just keep the thing and you're harvesting and having money without feeding the bees.
Okay, this is Kenya stroke Tanzania, and this is the feedback from the group. The other mic.
So the first question. The parish conducts map the current land conflicts in your region.
The two conflicts that we saw, and one is about the land, and this comes because of political influences, and also we talked about a family dispute in the church land. That one came up, and then our parish that we took as an example is from Tanzania, called Kisa in Beya.
So, and then we are to list traditional crops and farming practices.
Traditional crops that we highlighted, one is millet, we have cassava, we have green peas, we have sweet potatoes, we have yams, and we have dengo, I don't know how you call them, and green peas, and then, yes, those are the ones. The farming practices is intercropping and fallow. Fallow is where you draw a line and then you put some seeds.
Then major challenges.
About the major challenges that we encounter is inadequate rainfall and also climate change.
And then second question, design using regenerative agriculture methodology.
Okay, here we came up with a diagram of which we were able to rotate our crops, and we started with the legumes, of which the professor told us that they increase nitrogen in the soil, and then we interchange with the maize, then we go to cassava, and then to millet with that order.
Then the plan water harvesting and soil regeneration.
About water harvesting, we talked about construction of water pans, then tank from rainwater, then
tanks.
Yes, tanks.
For rainwater.
Tanks for rainwaters.
And then identify potential community partners and resources.
We have about the methodology. We talked about the mulching. This is how to increase our soil fertility, and also planting trees across the crops, and also putting manure. Then you go to the question further is reading now about the community partners. We talked of involving the chief of the area, the elders, and traditional elders. We saw there is a difference between the two. And then we talked about the NGOs like World Vision, Caritas, and any other group that might be interested.
Then we identify number 3, the 90-day action plan using RA, regenerative agriculture methodology.
About 90 days, we came up with a plan on how to start. First of all, we talked about identifying the land, and then we have to visit the place, and then from there, we try to see the people that we are going to involve through meetings, and also this will be the area of demonstrations on what we are taking. Then the stakeholders, we talked about the parishioners, and field researchers, extension of other officers which may come across. And the company seed also, because that's where we are going to get the seeds.
The plan on community engagement and training sessions.
We talk about a few days, just once in a month will be enough.
Estimate basic resource requirements.
Requirement, we talked about labor. We also need manure for the farm, and also farm machineries and other tools, then seeds, and also the capital, which others are calling it budget. And time was over for us, so we never finished the other part.
Kenya and Tanzania a little bit. Please wait a little bit. There is a farm project in Nyeri. Can you say something about it by the diocese?
So we have a farm in Nyeri that we got through the Consolata missionaries more than 100 years ago. The farm is more than 3,000 acres. And in the farm, we practice dairy farming. We have hundreds of cows. We have tea farming, and we have coffee farming. So we keep animals, goats, and sheep. And for our farm, coffee farm, we process the coffee. So if you need coffee direct from the Archdiocese of Nyeri, you'll get it before you leave here. Thank you. Yes, yes.
Good. And how many workers,
so
generally speaking?
The diocese is the second employer. I mean, we have the county of Nyeri, and the county of Nyeri employs employers, and the Archdiocese comes second in the number of employees employed through the church. So we have close to 2,000 and plus workers employed by the church.
Beautiful. Just in that farm.
Yes.
Please let's clap for Kenya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the issue of employment in the diocese handled by the one firm. That's great. And I hear that they are going solar also. Is it true, Father? Yeah, they are going also solar. So we are not just talking theory, we are talking practice. And what others have done in some areas, we can also learn and do. So Madagascar. Madagascar. Swa. After Madagascar, Nigeria and Sierra Leone will be our queens.
Pas encore soa. Bon, merci de nous donner la parole. La question numéro 1, analyse du contexte pastoral, paroissial, petita, cartographier les conflits fonciers actuels dans votre région.
Donc nous voyons la carte ici. C'est une bien carte en bonne structurée dans une paroisse où Père Gérard a travaillé diocèse d'Ambatondrazaka. Donc c'est une paroisse. Ces paroisses se divisent en 4 parties cartographiques. Donc dans la partie A, on voit la terre plate ayant le riz, ici, le maïs, il y a aussi du tabac. Partie B, terre un peu montagneuse ayant le fruit, comme la pomme, les pêches et le kaki. Il y a aussi autres. Mais il y a de la neige en hiver dans la partie B. Dans la partie C, ici, terre sableuse ou fasciane, il y a du sable. Mais pas beaucoup de sable, mais un peu de sable. Ayant des légumes comme la carotte, les faux-tapis et aussi les pommes de terre et quelques. Dans la partie D, terre exploitation des mines ou exploitation minière comme or, saphir, cristalline. Donc c'est la réponse du petit A dans une première question. Petit B, les parties A, B, C sont disponibles à cultiver. La réponse à la question C, c'est une partie riziculture, mais aussi de maïs, légumes, patates, pommes de terre, fruits, manioc, haricots. La réponse à la question petit D, climatique se divise en 2. Il y a de Saint-Jean
humides et ces zones sèches. Donc, le marché, les produits sont tournés entre ces deux. C'est-à-dire, si les exploitateurs de mines ayant des argents, ils achètent du riz, du maïs et du tabac pour eux. Hein? Les sociaux, encore marché. Il n'y a pas d'exportation ailleurs après sauf les surproductions dans cette partie. Donc, les produits sont faits pour ce paroisse. Sur les sociaux, il y a la société pacifique, c'est-à-dire quelqu'un a des réunions avec d'autres, il s'entraide, il y a des collaborations, et dans ce cas, il y a ce qu'on appelle en malgache takalo. On n'a pas besoin d'argent, mais si on a du maïs et il n'a pas de pommes, donc on se change les pommes entre le maïs. Donc il y a des entrailles, des dialogues, des collaborations et aussi des synodalités.
La question numéro 2, conception de solutions à l'aide de la méthodologie de l'agriculture régénérative. Question petit a, concevoir l'aménagement d'une parcelle de démonstration d'un hectare en agriculture régénérative.
Donc, petit a, c'est labourer. On laboure la terre. Petit b, culture.
Petit b, c'est sélectionner les cultures appropriées selon vos connaissances régionales et saisons.
Petit b, culture appropriée. Il y a des cultures positives et efficaces, comme la pomme de terre en malgache, O-V-Y, ouvi. Il y a aussi des haricots.
Question petit d. Identifier les partenaires communautaires et ressources potentielles.
Donc, pour améliorer cette terre, on utilise les parcelles, c'est-à-dire on a ici une parcelle, ici une parcelle, ici une parcelle, et non pas toutes en globe. Donc la partialité est utilisée dans cette partie et dans ce paroisse.
La question numéro 3, troisième partie, stratégie de mise en œuvre. Petit a, élaborer un plan d'action sur 90 jours basé sur la méthodologie de l'agriculture régénérative.
Nous ne sommes pas savants de répondre à cette question, mais quand même, on va essayer de donner quelques réponses. La première à troisième semaine, on va faire évaluation et planification. Dans cette première méthode, on va cartographier les terrains et on va choisir les cultures adaptées à ces terrains. Et enfin, on va planifier les calendriers. Et après, la quatrième
à la 6e semaine. Mise en œuvre des pratiques génératives, couverture du sol, rotation des cultures, utilisation des composts et gestion de l'eau. Et la 7e et à la 9e semaine, surveillance et adaptation de l'agriculture, suivi de la santé du sol, observation de la croissance de la culture et formation continue. C'est ça la réponse de la première question du 3e.
Et petit t, identifier les parties prenantes clés et les rôles.
Partie prenante, c'est la paroisse et les paysans bénéficiaires. C'est ça la réponse. On a tout répondre à tout puisque toutes les questions sont difficiles. On va terminer ça.
Et la question petit c, planifier l'implication communautaire et les sessions de formation.
Nous demandons du temps à répondre à cette question, mais nous ne...
Un grand merci, Malgache. Il y a quelque chose. Est-ce qu'il y a dans la diocèse de Ansirabé les offices de femmes, quelque chose agriculture dans la diocèse de Ansirabé?
Oui. Les femmes ont pas. Les femmes ont des quoi?
Cultivation de riz?
Les femmes
cultivation
ont
de quoi?
participé de faire l'agriculture avec les hommes, mais non pas seulement les hommes. Donc l'homme et la femme se travaillent ensemble pour avoir beaucoup de rendement et avoir beaucoup de récoltes, de quoi à manger et à vendre ou à ravitailler les autres qui en ont besoin.
En Tirabé, il y a beaucoup de femmes qui travaillent, comme nous avons de grandes fermes, centaines d'hectares. On embauche plusieurs femmes, dizaines de femmes, pour travailler dans une ferme, pour cultiver.
Grand merci. Let's clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Soit. Nigeria.
C'est pas bien sûr parce que toutes les questions ne sont pas répondues. Donc, soit signifie bon ou bien, in English, good, bravo, ok. Donc,
Kasana. Which one is the first one?
One is the first one now. Question
Last
two.
one, second, then third.
This question two.
This one first. This one first. Then this one follows second.
Fourth will come first.
No, because you'll be removing them.
In response to our challenge, the group about to present is from Nigeria, and our vision statement is "Together we succeed." Ephesians 4:9, 2 are better than 1. And our goal is to move from small production to abundant production using the available land and with low costs. I am the timekeeper and coordinator of the presentation, and with me, using the formula of Yes, using the formula in the lead presenter, technical coordinator, community engagement, and implementation, I call on the lead presenter to make his presentation. Brother Noel.
So the first question says, map current land conflicts in your region. Now Nigeria is divided into 6 geopolitical zones, and so for our presentation, we are going to be very specific with the northwestern region of Nigeria. So we have 6 major land conflicts issues that are peculiar to this region. First, we have the farmer-herder clashes, which in the presentation in the morning, we must have had deeper explanations on that. We have issues of inheritance. We have also land encroachment disputes. We have also land ownership and tenure disputes. Another peculiar factor is land racketeering, where, for instance, Father Ate lends his farm to Father David. At the same time, he still lends the farm, or let's say Father George comes to him to rent the same farm again, and he builds them. So also Father Martins comes to him, he still rents the same farm to the same and collecting profit all on the same farm, just for his own self. So the second question says, identify available parish community land. We will be able to identify St. Anthony's Gidan Bala in Katsina State, Nigeria, as our available land. C says, list traditional crops and farming practices. Now, the most peculiar traditional crops, we have cassava, we have watermelon, we have maize, guinea corn, soya beans, beans itself, rice, millet, and we also have sweet potatoes. The farming practices include irrigation farming. We have also the rainy season farming, which is presently ongoing in most regions in Nigeria. We also have shifting cultivation as well as livestock farming. The major challenges, climatic factors, we have drought, we have flooding, and we have erosion. Market challenges, we have multiple taxations, where farmers bring their produce to the farm and a lot of taxes are demanded from them. We have transportation challenge, bad roads, and in some cases, in fact, some people do not even have routes to market their produce. We also have market distance. The markets are far and distant. We also have middlemen challenges, too many middlemen to come up with the price of goods, and it escalates also the cost of produce in the market. One major social factor we have is insecurity, which is peculiar to the southwestern region as well as most other regions that affects farming in Nigeria, and most importantly, poverty. So we now move to question 2.
The technical coordinator will handle that in the person of Samaila.
From the paper, we can see team, which is Nigeria. And then in Nigeria, we decided to choose a particular location. That is northern part of Nigeria, Katsina, and we pick a particular parish, which is Gidambala Parish, to be able to practicalize the farming system. And from the question, here is 1 hectare of land. And in this particular community, in 1 hectare of land, you can plant more than or multiple crops in a particular land. And this zone is this particular hectare is divided into 4 zones. The first zone, we could see maize and granite. And then zone B, we could see soya beans. And then C, watermelon. And then zone D, the seed. Now, why do we use, or this community use, or maybe use multiple crops to farm in a particular land or 1 hectare? 1, when you plant maize and corn or granite together, it enhances
nitrogen fixation and then reduces erosion. And then while soybeans, it restores soil nitrogen and then improves texture. While watermelon, it has high yield seasonal crop with moisture retention, and then for the Benin seed, it's an oil crop contributing to biodiversity and soil cover. Now, why do we use multiple crops within 1 hectare of land in this community or Nigeria? First, it maximizes yield potential across different seasons. Then 2, preserve and rebuild soil fertility through diverse crop root structures and then nutrient profiles. Then the last one is it promotes ecological resilience by attracting beneficial pollinators and then supporting biodiversity. Thank you.
For community engagement, we are going to have Brother Ima to give us analysis of that sharply. Time, please, time factor.
When we identify our stakeholders, those who are concerned about the project, it is important to create awareness about the project so that each group knows what is about to undertake. And then there will be periodic meetings with such stakeholders and the groups that we have identified in our project. And there will be training based on services of partners. We have the district heads, the vigilantes. There will be periodic training also with our partners and consultation also with our partners and also the agri extension officers, those who are experts in the field. And then the basic resource requirement will be finance, very important, labor, and also the use of organic manure. Thank you.
We call on Brother Stephen to give us another side of the implementation of the 90 days action plan. Speedily.
So the 90 days action plan, the first thing, the stakeholder mapping. The stakeholder are the people that will be involved in the work, whatever is going to be done. And then we make consultation. In the place we are going to do, we cannot just enter into the place, we make consultation. Consultation is to open the way, prepare the way for us to be able to do what we are going to do. Then we identify the land. So when we now identify the land, this is where we are going to do our job. Just as we have said, dig down power in the northern part of Nigeria. Then we now do what we call mobilization. You mobilize, you put the people together, then we do training. Anything we do, just like we are here now, we are being trained for a particular purpose. And so by the grace of God, we are going to implement whatever we are getting. Then the training, then we now do implementation. So who are the key stakeholders? The second part of the question. The parish community. Charity begins at home. So the popular saying, but it will not end there. So, parish community, back home we have the people we call Sumutamata.
Catholic women.
The Catholic Women Organization. But when I went to the Cathedral Head Basilica, they called Catholic Women Association. So now, I say, okay, but we are not going to change our name. It's Catholic Women Organization. So we have the youth, the CYON, the district head, the vigilante, which is the people that are into security, and finally, the agri extension workers that are meant for training.
With this, we have come to the end of our presentation.
Sarah Leon, 5 minutes, please.
The word is Cabo. You have not learned that yet, please. Cabo. Thank you very much. This is Leon. hungry now, so I don't think we're going to waste much time here. From the West Coast, while they are fixing the thing, Sierra Leone agricultural sector is vital for our country. It has employed 60% of the population. So agriculture is playing a vital role in our country. Now we go straight to question one, which we're all familiar with.
So we are all aware of the questions. So one of the points noted by us in Sierra Leone, which is land conflict between church and community. We have many, but because of time, we go straight to the point. The B aspect of this, Our Lady of Queen of Peace in Shaka is one of the parishes, of course, we experience that greatly. Christ the King College in Bo, and also St. Anthony in Parish in Freetown. Now the crops, the C part of the question, these are the crops which we farm in our country, examples of just the crops. One, we talk about rice, cassava, corn, yam, beans, the list will go on and on. Then now the method of doing this preparation, we talk about splash and burning. The clearing of the bush, after the clearing of the bush, the next stage you go about is the burning and tilling and turning of the soil. Now,
You know, 5 minutes is not slow anyway. We'll manage.
In this aspect, it's more common to women who does the digging and also the planting. After the planting, the next process we experience is weeding, and when the crops are full grown, we talk about harvest. So now the D part of the question, one of the challenges talk about the climate change of rainfall. Now we notice in our country from May to November, these are within this time are planting seasons in our country, Sierra Leone. Another point to talk about market, unstable economy. We find out sometimes the rise and fall of things, of course, also is another problem. Under the social, we talk about poor road network, which connect the transportation of the products from the farm to the market. So my brother will continue from this point.
Question 2, Father Kobe.
Question 2. We continue with question 2. And for us, we skipped the first part of it. That one, the professor will handle it.
That is the design of the 1 hectare.
Yeah, we are not competent to do that. And St. Augustine says you should not be ashamed to say you don't know. Thank you.
B, let's go.
Read it.
Select appropriate crops based on your regional knowledge and seasonal patterns.
Well, we took these particular crops which will rotate. So as Professor explained already, each of them, when plants rotationally, will help. While the legumes bring in the nitrogen, then the others, they take it away. So by rotating, we help greatly to also cut the disease chain and helps the soil to be fertile for future crop production.
Plant water harvesting and soil regenerating features.
For us there, we have methods of water harvesting. One of the methods, they dig round. They make a gutter that is very round, and the water will settle there. Some also use the leaf system. And we also have the sandbag. If you are planting in a farm wherein you have a lot of water flow, to stop the water from washing the topsoil, they put sand in bags, these bag sacks. Then they make like a heap. So when the water comes, the force will be reduced by those bags. And also, they dig shallow wells, which you could call cisterns or oases. These are the methods that we use. And we don't have drought problem in our country, technically. You can cross-check with Google.
2D. Identify potential community partners and resources.
For the partners, first the parish. The parish comprises of various technicians within it who make use of them, and also the MDAs, that is ministries, departments, and agencies from the government, because our government has also Ministry of Agriculture. Then under our agencies, you have the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, and so many of them. Also, there are NGOs within the country that are focused on agriculture. And we also have other entrepreneurs who take part. Even companies also, like mining companies and other companies, even the telecoms, they too participate in supporting agriculture as part of their corporate social responsibility.
Now we'll move to question 3, final question. Talks about implementation strategies. Which we are not able also to do question number 3A, to develop a 90-day plan. Identify key stakeholders and their roles. JB.
The first stakeholder we identified, the priest, as our other brothers have said. And the priest's role is to sensitize the people, especially farmers. He could teach them to adopt new farming techniques, which will do minimal tillage and mulching, and covering of crops, intercropping. Then also to use integral pest management. Then, of course, to integrate the livestock within the farm system. Then also the MDAs from the government, they too have their own role. First, they help in the sensitization as well, and also to provide farming implements and make seedlings available so that the farmers could access them. Same as the local authorities. For us in Sierra Leone, the custodian of the land is the chiefs, the local chiefs. So whatever I want to do, even if you don't have land, the chiefs, when you go there, you give money to say, I want to do farming. Then they will definitely give you a big plot of land to farm, which is not for sale. You can farm for how long you want, but it is not yours, because land here is hereditary. You have to pass it on from one generation to the other.
Now the plan community engagement and training session.
Then, of course, community engagement, one of them will be workshops called trainings of farmers. Then also to make a meeting with stakeholders, including all those, the local authorities, so that they can provide the land to those who don't have the land. And also, the next question of the things that are required, definitely to carry out such projects, you need logistics, the training materials, and sometimes even food and transport refunds, facilitation fees, even startup kits, seedlings, farm implements, and all of that. These are required materials needed to carry out such an adventure.
Thank you very much. From Sierra Leone.
Thank you, Sierra Leone. A clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cabo. Dr. Andrew. So please remember to send the soft copies too. You have sent the hard copies. Remember to send the soft copies too to the secretariat.
So, first of all, thank you very much. I didn't expect the level of details you went through. And so while sitting and listening to you, I learned a few things. One is, I think we can narrow down to 3 regenerative agri practices. Can I have the slides? The photos, Yeah. So just to show that I think we have many things we have learned, but let me narrow down to 3 comments I have. One is around nutrition. There is a group that said nutrition is a problem. Also malnutrition in the households. Then I will address the issue of what is water management and water harvesting. And then polyculture. So in 1 or 2 photos, I will show you how the concept of the half moon is used to harvest water. And because I have just 3 minutes, I need to go for a meeting. If I have the slides, it will be very useful. I don't know, Father Ati, if my slides are here. So basically, on nutrition, we can solve the problem because that caught my attention. So how we mix the crops, and you did well in selecting your crops. So mixing those cereals with legumes will also give balance. Can it be, what is making it not to be clearer? Is there something, is there a way? It's okay? So, so if you look at this farm on a smaller screen, so anywhere you see the corn growing is within the half moon. Can we go to another photograph? Maybe it's clearer. Let me see if I find something that can. So the concept is the watershed, the half moon, is done on the farm. Then certain crops, particularly the heavy eaters like corn. Oh, no, it's fine where you were. How many did you send?
3.
Okay. Like the corn is planted inside the pit. Yes, this is good. Yes, yes, thank you. So enlarge a little bit. This is good. Thank you. No. Come back. Reduce. So you can see that my pointer, no problem. This is the watershed, right? So this corn is planted inside the pit, right? And on the eyebrow, can you move to another one that will show us with other crops? You will see that you can then add your, yes, good. You can see they're already planting granite and soybean on the top of the eyebrow. So that gives you already the mixed culture, right? The polyculture you are trying to achieve. And that is very good. That is very good. Is there another photograph there? No more? Sorry? So the idea is the water management is done on the entire land. Then you plant your crops in a way that you make your selection so there is no time that you have the difference. It solves the problem of the, because I answered around crop rotation. So you don't need to go divide your land if you are able to practice regenerative agriculture properly. Do we have another photo? I'm looking for one that had, okay.
I had a woman.
A woman and watershed.
Yes. I think I sent that.
It's okay. We can have time tomorrow to understand this, but 3 things that you can use is watershed or water management by harvesting the runoff water. So the pits are not meant to harvest the water and then you take them somewhere. It's to harvest the water and conserve the moisture. So you are harvesting and cropping on them, right? So that's very important. Second thing is that you can grow. You can see the advantage. If you look further from this farm, this is our farmer. Look somewhere else. The other farmers are still waiting for rain to even plant. But this farmer, see, their crop is already half a meter. Reason being that they harvested while other farmers are waiting for the 5th, the 6th rain. Our farmers with the first, second, third rain, they planted already inside the pit. As the rainy season is catching up, they plant on the eyebrow, right? So that they gain speed. They gain speed. They start ahead of other farmers, right? But I think I want to thank you sincerely. So if we can understand how we can mix crops, how we can harvest water, we will address the issue of low yield malnutrition because there is no balanced diet. So on a farm like this, you will have harvest of corn, of sorghum, corn, soybean, or groundnuts, or cowpea, whatever the farmer will decide around. There was another photo that showed a lesser grown crop that you can see the slower crops, but it's okay. So I think these three practices, polyculture, water harvesting, and the reason you should be careful with crop rotation is that you get fixated on trying to divide the land. It's okay if you're an expert, but for farmers, they just need to polyculture and the land remains in this pattern. And just pay attention that in the entire area, this is the only farm that has crop at this season. And these photos, probably this must have, I went to our platform maybe last week. So imagine every other person is waiting for more rain because they are saying, well, this rain has not settled yet. Maybe we should wait another week to plant, right? But with the water harvesting, these farmers are going ahead. And if you come to this community, you'll be wondering, why is this farm well cropped while everybody's farm just have weeds on it? Because they use the technique of regenerative agriculture. I will explain more this tomorrow. Maybe we'll organize better photos tomorrow so that we can see clearly how to plant the different crops inside the pit, on the eyebrow, in the surrounding, so that you are solving the problem simultaneously, but also sequentially. Clear? Thank you very much, and I like your workshop. Fantastic. Thank you. Yes, but can we defer questions to tomorrow morning? I need to take a meeting. I need to take a meeting now. Good. Sorry, please. But can we start earlier?
9 o'clock, we start at 9.
No, we do meditation by 8:30. We start at 9.
Anyway, we'll see. Good, so.
30 minutes for questions, 9 to 9:30.
Okay.
Or 8:30 to 9.
We'll see. Please, we thank, and then we clap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cabo. Cabo, Cabo. Good, so thank you so much for the patience, and we are going for supper now. And we're thinking that when we finish with supper, by 8:30, we can, one of our brothers is 17 years in the ministry today. We thought we could gather together and thank him. Yeah. Yes? I'm not understanding this. Just making like this, I don't understand what she's making. Okay, you're talking about the markers, the bowl markers. Good, so